Hey everybody, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And I'm very pleased to have with us again Paul Holden, who's the Vice President of EMEA at CallTower. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Doug, and good to see you again. We first met a year ago at this event.
Yes, we did. And so it's a 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
You're back. I see also that you're doing all you can for St. Patrick's Day. You've
Absolutely.
got green on,
Yeah.
a green logo, green button, so no one's going to pinch you.
No.
And we're also, of course, on the opening day of the Enterprise Connect conference.
We are.
So it's been a year. What's happening within EMEA? How are you doing?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's been a great learning curve in the first year, being the first person in territory of a 20-something year old US business with a great portfolio, great people. So what's changed? So I started a year ago. We're now a team of 6 in EMEA. And so therefore, it's been taking the proposition, the agnostic vendor ecosystem that CallTower has within the US, and then building those relationships, finding new routes to market, new channel partners, deciding on and learning where we win. And so it's been a gradual process of, the way I call it is, the first 3 months is a bit of a honeymoon period in a new company, new territory. The next 3 months is around defining the go-to-market, exploring new relationships. Then the next 3 months, you get your early wins. You start to, engage in some real live opportunities. And then the fourth quarter of that initial period, where you start to ramp, your brand awareness grows. You're having larger conversations with many more distributors, channel partners. Transactions start to steadily grow as well. So, from a standing start to where we are now, it's kind of going through those, what I call the 4 seasons of a startup in a new territory.
So at this time, what is your best customer? Who are you looking for?
So our ideal customer profile, where we're winning, is in the mid-market, where customers are multi-location. So multi-location breeds complexity. So our portfolio, where we're enabling Microsoft Teams, Cisco Webex, and Zoom, in order to be able to make phone calls in and out of those platforms, layer on value-added services. Customers that have multi-location, complexity, multi-product, that's where we're winning. So we're actively targeting businesses of over 100 employees that have more than one location.
What about partner? What's your best partner?
So I guess once you know where you can win with the end user, then you look for channel partners that sell into that ideal customer profile. So like managed service providers. So where, again, there's complexity, the channel can add a layer of value around the managed service, the implementation, the support, complements what CallTower provides from a white glove service as well. Some of the larger resellers that have customers that are multi-location, even international customers, which, again, we've got connectivity in over 100 countries, fits that profile. And even distribution, where distribution empowers and enables resellers, channel partners that also play in that space. So I think when you know where you can win, where your ideal customer profile is, you can be much more targeted into the channel. And then you have your proof points, success stories, and then, it's once you get a win with a partner, everyone else, well, how did that happen? What did they buy? And then you can kind of grow and land and expand from that point.
What's new for 2025? What's hot?
Yeah, so I think one of the hottest topics is mobility. So, for example, you may have invested in M365 on the desktop. You've got a team using Microsoft Teams. CallTower's helped enable that to make phone calls in and out, voice enable it. But taking it one stage further into the mobility world, where your mobile device can be natively locked down as your Teams extension as well. So, we all carry around mobile phone, whether they'll be work provided or personal provided. Using the native dialer as your Teams phone extension as well increases productivity, efficiency. It's quite heavy lifting to have to use the mobile app all the time. So to be able to have a native dialer where I can make a phone call and say, is this a business call or is it a personal call? And calls come straight in as well. So if I'm moving around, maybe lack bandwidth, might be driving on hands-free, it's much more effective to be able to use you know, the mobile eSIM capability. And that's an untapped area, which is, you know, for me is going to be a hot topic, certainly throughout 25 and beyond.
So Paul, you know, we're here at Enterprise Connect. What are you looking for here at this show?
Yeah, for me personally, it's to further cement the relationships we have with Cisco, with Microsoft and Zoom. So we've got some key meetings with the executives at all three, plus our CCAS partners, Solgari, Five9, and now we've acquired a business in Canada called Honoria. We now have Genesis in the portfolio as well. So to meet with the execs of our ecosystem, it all helps because, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. People buy from people. Relationships are key, and the more airtime you get in front of the right people, there's always going to be that time in case where you need their help. But it's also as well around when I go and talk to potential new partners, distribution, resellers, it's about building confidence with them that we are backed and supported by the execs at our big, you know, vendor partners. That's absolutely fundamentally key for them to have trust in us to, you know, to be able to work with us and provide opportunities for us moving forward. And then the other exciting thing is, off the back of this week, we head to Vegas for channel partners, which, as my US colleagues call it, the Super Bowl of the industry. So again, there we kind of take that vendor play and then turn it into a channel play next week. So yeah, very, very exciting. And as a Brit, always great to come to Orlando.
All right. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence for Orlando. Where can we learn more about CallTower? How can people get in touch with you if they want to discuss with you things at this conference or channel partners?
Yeah, so P. Holden, PHOLDEN at calltower.com. I'm also on LinkedIn. It's easy to find me down. My contact details are published on LinkedIn as well. So yeah, I'd be delighted to hear from anybody that's interested. Thank you.
Paul, I hope you have a great conference, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again at Channel Partners in Vegas next week.
Thank you, Doug. Pleasure.
Thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you.